Peak week. It's a really important part of the bodybuilding process. If you're gonna do a bodybuilding show, and I just started this week for a show coming up this weekend, and if you're not aware of what it is, definitely watch this if you're going into your first show because it's gonna make a huge difference on the way you look on show day. And what does that mean? Why do you need to do it? What's happening? And what to eat? I'm gonna go over what I ate today and how it's gonna lead into a certain look at the end of the week. So when you do a bodybuilding show, you hear people say you want a dry look. You wanna look really as lean as possible, and your body, as you eat carbs, it stores those carbs in the muscle as glycogen, and when it does that, every 1 gram of carb holds 3 grams of water, and so all that extra water under your skin is gonna make you look less defined. So the whole purpose of the peak week is to get rid of all the extra carbs and stored water that it has, and then you're gonna carb up at the end of the week without having water, and it's gonna fill up the muscles, but then you're gonna look even leaner. It can make a huge difference, especially as you're getting lean, and you want to make sure you get stuff right so you don't mess it up, because all this work dieting into a show, you don't want to blow it on the peak week. So I started a day earlier than I normally do. Typically I would do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a certain diet, Friday's a carb up day, and then show on Saturday morning, Saturday night. But this time I have a show Friday night, and I think I would be plenty depleted if I did the same thing, but I just wanted to be sure, so I started today on Monday, giving myself 1 extra day of depleting carbs. And something I changed from the last time I did this is how I'm drinking water. As I start the peak week, 2 gallons of water a day. Now that's a lot, that's 13 of these 20-ounce bottles. And you're gonna be going to the bathroom a lot throughout this process. And the whole reason you start doing that is because you wanna get your body used to all the water, flushing it out constantly, so that when you cut off water on the last day, you keep flushing it out before you eat the carbs, and then you start getting dried out really quickly because you get dehydrated. Again, this isn't the healthiest thing, but you're going for this certain look. This is part of the process. So last time I was 175.5, I believe, when I started peak week. And after that first day of just upping the water to 2 gallons in a day, I was holding so much water. The next day, I think I weighed in 1.5 pounds heavier. And the next day I was again the same weight as the first day, and then it dropped like 3 pounds after that. So I was like, I don't want to feel all that bloated feeling. So I started slowly ramping up my water over last week with 1 gallon and then adding a water bottle each day until I got up to 2 gallons today for the first time, and I actually look way leaner than normal because my body's already used to the extra water and flushing it out. So I would suggest don't go straight to 2 gallons of water from what you're normally drinking. Ramp it up the week prior so that you're not just shocking your body all of a sudden with a ton of water, and then you look in the mirror and you're like, oh my gosh, this isn't working because I look so soft from all the water. So the water's first half, and the second half is basically doing a keto type diet throughout the week, and that is because we're cutting out the carbs so that your body uses the carbs you have stored already, and then with that, the water gets flushed out. I've been anywhere from 3 to almost 6 pounds different in 3 days just from cutting all the carbs, flushing all the water out, and then you carb up later. So these first 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, are just pretty much straight keto. I'm trying to have as few carbs as possible. The 4th day on Thursday, still gonna be the same thing, keto, but then also cutting out as much sodium as possible, because that sodium holding the water, you're just trying to flush everything out that you possibly can, and then you add sodium back in later in the day on Friday so that you don't start cramping up. So with that in mind, that's what peak week is doing. It's helping you dry out, get rid of all the water, then you carb up on dry carbs with pretty much almost no water, and it makes you really full. I've got a before and after picture of just what it looked like in the morning to afterwards of carbing up last time. It's a pretty big difference. And you're still in a deficit throughout the week. I'm probably gonna lose another pound of fat over this week, and also losing all that water. So it's gonna be a pretty stark difference. But for the meals, I've been eating around 2,000 to 2,400 calories a day depending on my output. I've been walking like 11 miles a day the last few days, just with everything ramping it up a lot into this last week before the show. First I got up and weighed in. I was 176 even today. Got my first cup of water, got some creatine because I'm still taking creatine. I have people ask me, should you stop taking creatine because you know that makes you hold water, but that's a different type. That's holding water within the muscle versus all the extra water you're holding between your muscles and skin and all that keeps it from getting that shrink wrapped look that you're going for. So creatine's fine, you don't have to stop taking creatine. So took the creatine, went out, and I just started with walking on the treadmill first. And the reason I did that first, it's not because I'm like into fasted cardio. I don't consider walking cardio but everyone was asleep. I woke up early because I'm just kind of hungry in the morning. I start walking. After like 20, 30 minutes, the hunger goes away as I'm drinking water and walking. I get most of that walking activity in early, get it out of the way, done. I didn't do all 11 miles, but I did a big chunk of it. And listen to podcasts, playing some Tetris while I was doing it. And I got that done. So then later came in, it was probably another hour and a half, maybe 2 hours before I finally ate. If I'm doing actual cardio, like tomorrow when I go swimming, I'm gonna eat a small meal before I go swimming, because doing hard cardio on an empty stomach, I don't like doing. You know, do what you want. Let me know in the comments, do you like doing fasted cardio or not? To me, I have more energy for swimming if I actually eat some food, but you know, personal preference. But then I came back, the first meal, I had 2 eggs, 4 egg whites, 2 servings of fat-free cheddar cheese, and 4 pieces of bacon. So pretty much, you know, protein and fats is what we're shooting for here. Minimal carbs, and that was a really good meal. Like, I'm looking forward to having that again tomorrow. And the funny thing is, I think because I've been slowly ramping up the water from last week, I've been feeling more and more full. Like, I've hardly felt hungry at all the last week, and I've been thinking like, am I doing something wrong with the diet? Because I remember feeling like really weak and drained because I've been dieting so long last time, but now it's like, I've changed my mindset some. It's like, hey, you're doing this to yourself, so don't complain. So maybe that's helping. I'm keeping myself busy. The walking helps because you're staying active and not thinking about eating while you're doing that. And then all the extra water slowly, more and more each day that your body's not used to, it's like making me feel more full. So definitely helpful to stay very hydrated if you want to not feel really hungry. That first breakfast was 530 calories, 62 grams of protein. There's a lot higher protein amount. Usually I'm shooting for around my body weight, 180-ish grams a day. But during this keto stuff, I'm eating so much meat and cheese and eggs that it's like protein's up in the 200s now. Then later on, we had some leftover ground turkey that we use for tacos that I was having as burritos before, but can't have the tortilla now. So I just had a bowl of a ½ pound of ground turkey meat and some more shredded cheese mixed into it. That was 520 calories and another 64 grams of protein. With all the water still, I'm just not feeling that hungry. Then later on, I had a snack of some almonds. I went and bought some lightly salted almonds because, hey, you know, there's not a whole lot of options besides meat and cheese and eggs when it comes to keto. And I don't want to buy all the fake like keto chocolates and all that, because it's like, I'm not doing a keto diet forever. This is for a few days. I can go without having some sweets. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be carbing up on a lot of stuff on Friday, so no worries there. But I had about 200 calories of almonds, and it's amazing how small of an amount of almonds that is. Like, you think about 200 calories, if I have a bowl of cottage cheese and applesauce, it's a full big bowl of food I'm eating. But then these almonds, it's like, I could keep eating like the whole little tin of those almonds before I probably start feeling full. But that's gonna be like 1,500 calories probably. So that was 200 calories, 10 grams of protein. And then for dinner, man, my wife, she's the best. I was like, she said, hey, do you want to have barbecue chicken? Do you want, you know, what kind of seasoning? I was like, well, all those have a ton of carbs in them, so I'll just put some salt and pepper on mine in the air fryer. And she spent some time looking up different dry rub recipes with spices. She made this awesome chicken. We got chicken thighs, so right now I'm sticking with chicken thighs. They're higher in fat, they taste better. I want the first half of this week to be good, because when I get to the low sodium day, it's pretty much gonna be just plain chicken breast, because chicken thighs have quite a bit of sodium in them still. So chicken thighs for now. I had a full bag of frozen broccoli and then a serving of shredded cheese on top of that, melted. And that was 565 calories, 51 grams of protein. And then I had some more almonds as we were watching a show earlier as kind of like a dessert. They're pretty good. I mean, once you get to where you've been dieting a long time and you haven't been eating a bunch of junk, stuff like almonds is a good snack. Strawberries, fruit, it's like, that's a really good tasting dessert. But I got these lately, these RYSE Whey Isolate Clear Protein Drink. This has 1 carb in it and under calories, 22 grams of protein. This is the island pineapple. I put it in the freezer for a little bit. It gets a little bit icy, and man, this thing is really good. It's like a dessert, and it's got a lot of protein in it. I think I'm gonna have to see if I can be a RYSE affiliate soon, because I like a lot of their products. I have links in the description for like my creatine and pre-workouts I use. I was gonna get some shots at the gym today, but I ended up going to the gym with a buddy and working out with him and talking and stuff, and I totally forgot about getting some shots. But I did some supersets of a chest press machine, back to back with a row machine, like 4 sets of each. And then I went to the leg press, got 3 good sets of that, some calf raises, and then some shoulder presses. So just kind of hitting everything for 3 to 4 sets tomorrow, doing something similar, doing some squats. And now it's lighter training. So training changes, this is kind of like a deload. You don't want to injure yourself, but you also want to kind of ease up on the stress of your body as you get into this, so you're not holding extra water from inflammation or any of that stuff. You just want to try to relax some, just stimulate the muscle some, so as you're continuing to diet that you're not burning muscle. And yeah, so I drank this, had the almonds, and watched the show, and now I'm about to go to bed, and I'm already with all the walking I've done today plus working out. I can already tell I burn off a lot of the carbs. Like my weight right now is getting close to what I was in the morning when I got up. So it's like, especially after I swim tomorrow, I'm probably gonna be pretty depleted, because swimming for an hour, even when I eat a lot of carbs, I'm depleted. So I'll probably be good on depletion, but then I got 2 more days still. You know, I just wanna make sure we're locked in and doing it right. Tomorrow, I'm probably gonna start feeling more tired. The workout's gonna suffer more, but right now I've been feeling really good. Like, I'm getting my blood test done again on Wednesday, and I'm really interested to see what comes of it, what my testosterone is, because I don't feel terrible. I remember last time I was like just thinking about all the stuff I wanted to eat when the show's over, and I just felt tired all the time. And I wasn't even dieting as hard then. I was doing like 1 pound a week. I've been doing over 2 pounds a week almost for 5.5 weeks now, but I don't know if it's the mindset change, or I've been doing a lot of cardio so that I can eat more but still in a big deficit. I don't know, let me know your experience with dieting. Do you do better with lots of cardio, higher deficits, but eating more food, or what? So we'll see. The last time I got it checked, it was 478, I think, my testosterone. Normally it's in the low 500s. So we'll see, is it down to 200 to 300? I don't know. Even if it is, I still feel good, so we'll see what happens. But if you have any questions about peak week in general, let me know in the comments. Like the video if it was helpful, subscribe. You can check out my peak week from a couple years ago, but I'm updating a few things this year that I'm doing a little differently based on what I learned then. And I'm gonna have a video each day breaking down what I ate. The next ones are probably gonna be more vlog style, but I just kind of wanted to go over the process here today. And I really didn't feel like filming a whole lot. So it's getting real. I got veins everywhere going up my abs and chest and whatnot, and it's just gonna get crazier throughout the week as we keep on dropping carbs. So stay tuned. Again, let me know if you have questions. I'll see you soon.